I wanted to tell you something, right? Okay,
Please.
the word taino,
Yes.
where did that come from? You know?
Probably the Spanish gave it to the locals, just like Indian, that the Spanish thought they were in India, but they weren't. They were actually in America. So
I'm gonna tell you the origin of the word taino, and I'm gonna tell you the origin of the word boricua, right? Both those words are Hebrew words. They come from a Hebrew language called Aramaic, which is a certain Phoenician Hebrew.
Háblame de Venezuela.
No, I don't.
Ya dime de Venezuela.
What's that? Hebrew?
I speak English.
But that Hebrew that you speak is part Yiddish, Russian, and German.
I lived in Israel 10 years.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to tell you is that
In Jerusalem, by the way.
Hebrew that you're speaking is not the authentic Hebrew that was spoken during the time of Christ.
But it's the IDF.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that words like taino, right? Taino means peace.
Hurricane, hamaca, that comes from my language in Borique, Cuba,
So
Dominican Republic,
That's what
Jamaica.
what I'm telling you is the origin of those words are engraved. They are Hebrew words. Boricua means, this is what Boricua means. It means brave
you have a
Lord.
pretty close to your heart.
Listen, brave Lord of the sacred house. The word Borique means house of the brave lords. All right? So words like maíz, jaudia, yuca, humacao, arecibo, those are no, that's pasteles, but those are all Hebrew words of origin. What I'm trying to make, what I'm making is that he just pulled a definition of the word arsenal out of the.
So why is it different to Cuba and Dominican Republic and Haiti?
There is no difference.
Which is the same people.
I agree with you 100%. We're on the same
North
page. Good.
Venezuela, same people.
That's right.
Same mix.
Absolutely, you're 100% right. And I'm trying to show
So why do you separate us here?
But okay, you let something major go right by, and it's like you didn't pick it up. He read out of the Jewish encyclopedia. You were in Israel for how many years? You said 10 years. In the Jewish encyclopedia, look what it. Read it again.
Answer it. The name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man.
So we were all taught in school that the habitation of man was where? Started where? Where did civilization
But that could
start?
be from New York to Argentina. The big river is the Atlantic. No?
Okay, no, the Euphrates he's talking about. Because in school they teach us civilization started with the Greeks, correct? Then the majority of the known, what is the known world? What was referred to as the known world? Thank you. That's so it's saying the known world is the habitation of man, right? Far away from that world is what? The other side of what? The planet. Alright?
Okay.
So yeah, read it again.
In which the name of the land beyond the great river,
Which is the Euphrates, read.
far away from the habitation of man,
Far away from the known world, read.
in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell.
The 10 tribes of Israel, when you read the Old Testament, dwelt in the northern part of Israel. You had a divide when King Solomon died. There was a division. You had a northern part of Israel, northern kingdom, and you had a southern kingdom of Israel. In southern kingdom, there was 3 tribes that dwelled there. It was the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and the Levitical priests, right? Although the Levitical priests didn't have their own land, but they were amongst all the tribes doing what? Teaching the laws. So the northern portion, which was the majority of it, was where dwelled Ephraim, Manasseh, right? Naphtali, Zebulon, Gad, right? So during what he's referring to is a history that was documented during the time of Ezra. Give me second Ezra now. I'm gonna show you that what we're reading out of the Jewish encyclopedia is coinciding with the history that we're reading here. So get that where it talks about the king and read that.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes.
Stop. Read that again. Those are what?
In which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell.
So now I'm connecting the dots. I'm showing you that the 10 tribes documented in Ezra's, Columbus read this about the 10 tribes. It's documented that he read it, all right? We didn't put that there. Okay, read.
Which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive.
So Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, had led away the 10 tribes captive. He took all of them out of the land of Israel and led them away to the land of Assyria, right? Read on.
And he carried them over the waters, and so came them into another land.
So he carried them over the Euphrates into Assyria. Read.
but they took this counsel among themselves.
So what happened was, at that time period, they were given liberty. So imagine for like a few generations, you're up there as a captive. You're speaking Assyrian, you look like an Assyrian, you're dressing like an Assyrian. Then all of a sudden, the elders of your tribes, of the 10 tribes, get together and they say, you know what, there's been a change. We're given liberty, all right? What are we gonna do? Read.
That they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
So they said, we need to leave these people. They took us away captive. They're trying to disconnect us from our culture, which is the laws. We need to get away. This is what the 10 tribes, the Hebrews, were saying. Read.
And go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
So they understood that there was another part of the world that the human beings didn't inhabit yet. Okay? And they understood this. Why? Because they had the laws. They had this Bible with them. Okay? And you know what? They understood the world was round. Right? Let's get that. Get that in Isaiah. I'm going to show you that the Bible documented the earth being circular.
You're doing a great job. What do you want me to do?
The point is, I'm trying to reconnect you to who you are. Why? Because you sounds like you have pride in being Boricua, right?
100%.
So okay, so now
Which is a mix.
But part of having pride of your ancestry, you have to know your ancestry.
Which I do.
We think we know. And I'm showing you something that...
Well, from a monotheistic, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, which is what I assume you guys are doing.
No.
Interpreting it another way.
What? Okay, read this again. Is this an interpretation?
I'm before the Europeans. That's what I respect.
Okay.
I'm before colonization. Even though I'm a product of it.
Let me ask you a question. This history, is that an interpretation of what we're reading?
Yes.
Really? Read it again. Tell me if this is an interpretation.
The word answered.
This is written by Jewish scholars. Rabbis wrote this. Historians wrote this.
Aramaic.
But read it.
Answered, the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man.
You just read in Ezra 3.
In which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell.
So the 10 tribes of Israel are going to go there, read.
Observing the laws of Moses.
They were on this side of the world, observing the laws of Moses. You know how? We can tell because all the native Indians, all throughout history, if you go to the Museum of Natural History in New York, right? Every article of clothing that the Indians wore always had a fringe with a border of blue. It's always in different decorative styles, but it's always a fringe with a border of blue. These are taken out of history books. You don't make this up. So what I'm showing you is that it's evidence through that lasts through history that our people were observing the laws of Moses before Columbus ever got here.
That's right.
That's the heavy part of the statement. That changes everything. That changes everything. Because why is this history not commonly taught in our schools to our people? Why is that?
Because the one that wins the war tells the story.
That's right. But the same one that wins the war keeps some truth to teach to their children how they conquer. Because if they teach their children lies, they're doing a disservice to their own people. So that truth is what we have. You understand? Our enemies have hid it from us. We have obtained it, and we are bringing it to our people. You understand that? And that truth is found in the Holy Bible, not as a book of religion, but as a book of history. You understand that? And I'm proving the historical statement by showing you what's written in the Jewish encyclopedia that's commonly known amongst Jewish rabbis. But I'm showing it to my people that it is true because it coincides with what the Bible says. That's the heaviness of what we're saying. So let's get that. We prove that this is a law. Get numbers. I will show you that. This was commanded that the children of Israel wear this on the borders of their garments forever. Read.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
So is this commanded for everyone in the world?
Speak unto the children of Israel. And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So the border of your garment is not talking about the two corners. A border is where the garment ends, and it goes all around us. Wherever our garment ends is where we have to put a fringe. Read.
Throughout their generation.
Just for a little while.
Throughout their generation.
So these generations that made it to this side of the world, they kept doing what? They kept following the traditions of their forefathers. That's why you see fringes on all the articles of clothing of all the natives. The Incas, the Mayas, the Aztecas, the Taínos, the Caribes, all of them wore it. The American Indians, they all wore it. But that's a Hebraic custom. That is a Jewish custom, not a Jewish custom. That is an Israelite custom. Thank you. Read it again.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
The reason why I said Jewish is because I want you to understand what I'm referring to. Read.
Throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of roots.
So now, are the Native Americans doing this anymore? Are the Taínos doing this anymore? Are the Colombians, the Cubans, the Mexicans, are we doing this anymore? The reason why...
You guys haven't?
Yeah, we do. On all our clothes. On all of our clothes we wear this. I don't care if I'm throwing out the trash. I wear it on my clothes because this is my culture that has been robbed from me and I have obtained it back.
That's right.
You understand that? So this is supposed to be forever. Now, why are we not doing it? Because we've been disconnected according to the Torah. Get that for me in Jeremiah. Because according to the Torah, if a man claims to be a Jew or a Hebrew, he should not know who he is today. He should be disconnected from his culture and his heritage according to the curses of the Torah. Let's read it.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou,
don't put that away yet.
Even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage.
So the Most High told the prophet Jeremiah, a Hebrew, that you, even yourself, will be discontinued from your heritage. That did not happen during the time of the Babylonian Empire. That did not happen during the time of the Persian Empire. That happened during the time of the Roman American Empire. That is when the people were disconnected. How do we know this? I can ask any black man here, what's your nationality? What are you going to tell me? What are you going to tell me? I'm black. I'm American. I'm an American Negro. I'm an African American. But if I ask a Jewish man, what's your nationality? He's gonna say I'm from Israel. I'm Jewish. But you understand what the scriptures are saying?
I do.
Okay.
Now I understand what you're saying.
So let's go back to the history, because the heaviness of what we stated, we just proved that. You're from Venezuela. Where you from? Panama. Then your ancestors is who we're talking about. You understand that? We're here to talk to our people about our history. And look, if you don't, it might sound crazy, you don't agree, it don't change the facts. Let's read some of the facts again, because you missed this. We're reading out of the Jewish Encyclopedia that Columbus identified America before he got here using the Bible.
But
that was made with your ancestors.
Tonight, I want to say, hey, I met this cool guys. 2 of them are Puerto Rican like us. Hey, let's go meet them tomorrow and find what they're about. What's your call to action?
The call
what
to
do you
action,
want me to do?
The call to action is what the Bible says, right? Let's show that.
I don't believe in God, though.
I didn't believe in God or the Bible before I learned this information.
Well, he never
you know what
will.
led me to
I
it?
believe in history.
Hold on.
And that's
Me
how you
too.
got me.
Exactly.
That's how you got me.
Me too. I was what led me to this, somebody told me the Taínos are in the Bible. When they told me that, I dug deep.
All right.
I dug deep for 4 years. And I'm part of a group that formed a school that is now nationwide based on this information. You understand that? So the court is not a religion, it's a culture and a heritage. The same reason why they wore this on their garments is that we're trying to get us to put these back on our garments because they were taken off during slavery. Get 1 Kings 8.
So what are we called?
Hold on. I'm going to show you the call to action. This is what God says, all right? Yeah.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 46. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not.
So now, what is sin? Do you know what sin is? You believe in the Bible? No? Okay.
That's a great book.
Do you believe in sin? No, like...
I believe that faith is not possible without sin.
Okay. Faith is not possible without sinners or sin. Okay, let's get the definition of sin. So we can understand what King David was writing. Read.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgressive also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So it's plain and simple.
No,
there's
it's
a law in
simple.
effect.
It's
You
common
break that
sense.
law, it's sin, right?
Common sense.
So a sin,
So
a
it's
law was
common
what? To
sense.
wear this on your borders of your
Guys,
garment, right?
have a good day.
Okay, have a good night.
Placer con
So,
Igual.
okay, so this was a law. So if we don't put this on our clothing, technically we're doing what? We're breaking the law, so we're what? Sinning. Go back to 1 Kings 8.
If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not.
Now I made a statement. I said God made a covenant with the Taínos. God made a covenant with the Aztecas. God made a covenant, right? With the Mayans. All the Native American, North, Central, South America.
He's like, yeah, so leave me out.
What is the objective of
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. So the point is that there was a covenant made. Part of the covenant was laws. And we like a contract. You break the contract, there's consequences. All right? Our ancestors broke the contract. We were worshiping what? Deities. Do you know?
I got my tattoo.
Do you know that these? Wait, okay, hold
my
on.
hometown right there,
Listen
man.
to this. Where do these gods originate from? Do you know?
It's very interesting because they have them all over America.
I'm gonna
Not
tell you.
only that.
I'm gonna tell you where they originated from. We read about it. These originated in Assyria. They brought up with them the same gods they were worshiping in Assyria. Remember what he said? He said, "Get away from the heathen, so we can observe the law."
They started having one god.
Assyria assimilated Egypt. Egypt had a god of sun, a god of fertility, a god of earth, a god of storms.
Taino god of fertility, by the way.
There you go. So that is the origin of.
Do you know that flag?
I know that flag. If you know what that flag means, you're gonna want to get that off your arm. Trust me.
what is the possibility of I'm sorry. What is the possibility of these kind of entities, that are actually extraterrestrials coming down to our Earth?
Okay, UFOs are documented in the Bible. All right? We believe in UFOs.
Right.
Are dinosaurs there?
Yes, they're in the Bible as well.
Here's what the thing is.
Job describes
looked for them.
Job describes the Bronchiosaurus in detail. All right? All right. So hold on. You're taking this somewhere else. Okay.
Guys, I'm sorry.
All right.
I
So
have your
you have to. Okay.
information.
This is what you do when
I
you go
need
home.
to go.
This is what
Yeah,
you do. You go home. You say, "Honey, let's check out this website." You go to the website. Give them a flyer. What does that say?
Yeah, but here it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Thank you, man.
just hear this one verse before you go, right? Because this is the objective. This is the call to action. Read.
Good,
The
you
book of
watching my
1 Kings,
hands.
chapter 8, verse 47. Yet, if they shall bethink themselves.
So he's saying, bethink means to remember, right? Why we have to remember ourselves? Are we a forgotten people? Do we know who we are past 1492 in general? We might have ideas. We might try to dig and find little bits and pieces, but it's not like we have all of it. You understand what I'm saying? I just showed you the reason why the Taino Indian was wearing fringes, right? So he said to bethink
Tell
yourself.
your Boricuas that we're 4 million people in the island and we can't still vote for the president.
We don't deal with politics.
Well,
You
we
got a
can't.
flyer?
We're not represented in the government in your government in the U.S. Just tell them, and we go to fucking Marines. Tell them that.
You got a flyer?
I got a flyer.
Okay, check out the
But I'm
site.
Boricua and I fucking go to the fucking Navy and we don't vote.
What
Tell them that.
tribe is the Taino? So you know, in case you look on the
Taino,
site.
100%.
No. It's Ephraim. There you go. So look that up on the site, all right? Take care. Bring that image back up.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Hold up. Christ's feet was so dark, it looked like it did what?
As if it was burned in a furnace.
This is what Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior, really looked like.
That's right.
You see that? So when y'all came up and said, "Oh, that's Jesus," that's not Jesus. You get it now? You get it now? You can go to school and tell all your friends, "Hey, I just learned that Jesus is black."
That's right.
Jesus looks just like me.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube
YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.